Yo, yo, happy Memorial Day, folks. Time to get to work. It is Monday around 7 o'clock. Here's this week's video. So let's take a look at the S&P real quick. We were up probably about a 1.74% last week in the S&P. The Russell was up about 2.5%. So we got a decent bounce. These Facebook lows did hold, which is probably the one good thing I can say about last week. You know, it looked like a few different times, we were going to come back and really break through those lows, and they kept holding. And I would also say that intraday the action was a little bit better, as every time we saw weakness, buyers did step in and kind of lift the market back up. But on the other side, I didn't really feel like that bounce was that epic, and I didn't think that, it really did anything except work off this, real over sold condition that we were in. And so we'll see next week. The market's having a lot of trouble around that, the S&P 1325 level. And we had a really tight day on Friday with the market, barely budging up or down. So I'm anticipating tomorrow on Tuesday, we're going to really get an idea of the direction of the market. But for now, I've got a short-term target of the market, up into this level of resistance, which was the old breakdown spot. We'll use the Facebook lows as our support. And so, right now we're in a little bit of a range here. And so I anticipate, we'll probably bounce a little bit more. And then we'll have to kind of decide and what's going to happen with the market and what was the nature of this bounce. And we'll play it that way. If these lows do break, next week, my thinking is that probably we thrust even below this 200-day moving average and start getting things dicey. The market right now it's been slow. Really, we had the one huge day on Monday, and then we were just slow the rest of the week. This market is searching for some type of external catalyst to get it going, and we're just not getting it right now. And as soon as that happens, we'll be able to kind of, either bounce or fade, but we're just not getting it right now. This market does seem like it wants to hold, but we need a catalyst really to get some continued upside. Let's take a look at some stocks, as there are some decent charts around. I'm still watching this OPNT. I think it probably needs to get over 2750, but we're flagging here. Who knows? If it dips a little bit close to that 50-day moving average, I might take a look. Fran, I've been watching this one. If the market gets nasty, I'll probably short this thing. We're bear flagging it here. AMP, been watching AMP. I was looking at it all day on Friday. This $3 mark is probably going to be a nice breakout spot. That'll be coupled with the 50-day moving average. The biotechs were, really heating up on Thursday and Friday, and that one could go. AUQ, if the market rolls over, I'll probably be looking at like a lot of these gold plays as shorts. You could see a stock like this, right? It ran right back into this $8 resistance and the 20-day moving average. Really bounced, a good dollar or so. Not on much volume, so probably a dead cat bounce, and it'll be a very low risk entry. So if the market rolls over, I'll take a gander at some of these type of plays. GTAT, looking at this one for a long here for a bottom bounce. I believe V-Ray was playing it the other day, and I've been kind of stalking it since then. Look for it to come out of this range before we buy. NMM, another one if the market rolls over, right? Huge, pretty big size bounce here. We're starting to run back into resistance. You can see the volume on the bounce was very light. And we'll probably, another update, we'll start getting overbought too, which would, make it ripe for a rollover. XNPT still needs that $6 break. MITK, this one looks good. Davcro in our chat room asked me about it every single day, and it kind of just pops out of nowhere. It looks pretty good. Look for a break over Friday's high for this one to get going. XCO, this one's acting a little bit thick, so it might need to take out Friday's high for it to go. I personally, if I see oils bounce, I'll play Royal. I like this one over 3. This one tends to move better moved in the way that I like to play stocks, where it moves really fast, the float slower. SIGM, a range break here right over this area, maybe about 590 or so. Renren, it's getting coiled every day. The range is getting tighter and tighter. I think this one's probably looking like it's going to break down, but who knows? A big move's definitely coming out of it. And then AVL over about 152 or so.